It's Monday, May 6th. I'm Dave Morris, and coming up on today's edition of The Play, city leaders consider a proposal to increase the cost of a bus ride, and the joyride that landed a Metro man in hot water. But first, the Oklahoma Historical Society is trying to secure funding for its new museum. And here with more on this story and other headlines you'll see in Tuesday's Oklahoman is this guy, Assistant Local Editor Nick Trigakis. Nick, thanks for your time. Nick, the director of the Oklahoma Historical Society is Dr. Bob Blackburn. He's working with legislators to authorize a bond issue for the Oklahoma Museum of Pop Culture. What's new on this story?
There was some movement down at the Capitol today on sort of a lighter note of the story. Television and film actor Mary Kay Place was at the Capitol today in Oklahoma City to donate some memorabilia that she'd like to see get into the museum if they can build it and get it opened. Garth Brooks has donated stuff before. Other musicians have donated stuff. They're building up a pretty good collection of stuff. Now the question is, will they have a place to put it? Bob Blackburn is really pushing now to get a bond issue authorized so they can build out the museum. They have a building and parking garage donated in Tulsa, and organizers are worried that if they don't get approval from the legislator to move ahead with a bond issue, that they may lose the pledge of that building and parking garage. So in the past, the Senate has been favorable to a bond issue. The Oklahoma House, not so much, although the Speaker of the House says he's open to looking at ideas. So our Capitol reporter, Michael McNutt, will dig into this issue a little bit more in his story tomorrow.
Another story we're following is bus fare could be going from $1.50 to $1.75. What's the reasoning behind a proposed price increase?
Well, it's like anything else. Costs to operate the bus service are going up as gas costs go up and your fleet gets older and maintenance costs go up. We went down to the bus station downtown Oklahoma City today to kind of get the pulse of some riders, and not surprisingly, they're not really thrilled about a price increase. I mean, who wants to pay more?
Sure.
And the obvious fact that they brought up was that they don't really have a great experience riding the bus. It takes a long time. They have to make a lot of transfers. They have stretches they have to walk because this bus doesn't run on certain routes, and so the riders not really thrilled about a price increase.
One other thing, I guess Cox Center Security not happy with this next guy. We write a lot about crime briefs on a daily basis, but this next story kind of stood out. It's an unusual ride that left one man in handcuffs.
Yeah, this is example number one in what not to do for fun on a Saturday night. A 24-year-old man saunters into the Cox Convention Center and decides he wants to take a joyride on the Zamboni, which is the machine that you drive on the ice surface at hockey games to smooth out the rink between periods. Of course, he was caught by security at the convention center and arrested and taken to jail. His excuse, he just wanted to have fun, and he actually had been a Zamboni driver in the past in Texas. So of course he was, qualified to drive this thing around the ice. Well, he wasn't that qualified because he wrecked it trying to leave the ice rink. Got it stuck on the divider between the concrete and the ice surface, and it ended up at the county jail and got out on bail, but probably not the way he thought his night would end.
There's no explaining that one away. All right, Nick, thanks for your time. These stories can be found in tomorrow's editions of the Oklahoman and online at newsok.com.